The men who are ready for real marriage that's going to last, they want to wait for sex in marriage. They want to wait, but they also want marriage to happen quick.
Bingo.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Marriage needs to happen quick if you are going to wait before marriage, or if you're going to wait till marriage.
For context, because you and I haven't talked about this before.
Which means you better be a damn good dater.
That's right.
You got to be an excellent dater. You got to be vulnerable. You got to be integrated. You got to know what you like, how you like it. You got to talk about it. And then, hey, when things start getting spicy, whistle up a small little ceremony, throw her on the couch, and wrap it up. Or the couch. I don't know.
So my wife and I met. Both of our best friends were dating. They introduced us, and we started dating. 2 weeks later, I said, "You're the woman I want to marry. Let's get married." And so you are going to marry me. And she said, "Okay, yes, sir."
You are going to marry me.
And we didn't get married on the spot, but we also didn't wait 8 years. We got engaged, and we went 10 and a half months from then. So we got married on the 11-month mark.
Well, you got engaged.
Yeah, we got engaged. And that was it.
Any sex during the engagement?
No.
No? Engaged for 6 months?
No.
Brother, you must have been punching holes in the drywall.
So it was, we met 2 weeks later, got engaged, and we were engaged for 10 and a half months, and we got married on the 11-month mark.
Beautiful.
So it was a wonderful wedding night, I will say, and I have 5 kids, so it's definitely sex happening now, but did we talk about sex? Absolutely. Did we want to have sex before? Absolutely. Did we? No, because we said, let's make sure if we're going to set this up, we're getting married for 90 years of our life, right?
Beautiful.
We're having kids, we're having grandkids, we're having everything. So let's do this right. And let's hold off on sex for a small amount of time so that we can have the right life and make sure this works.
You have both said, we're going to have a special experience. You know what? Life is short. I can tell you that I worked with a lot of people. I worked with a lot of people who had money. I worked with people who had no money and then made money. And there's only several things that really make things worthwhile. And they're all in the category of experiences. It is all about making things special, right? And in essence, what you're talking about is you walk into a relationship and it's not authentic and you're not integrated, you're not vulnerable, it's boring, right? Porn is easy because it's safe and it's boring, it's convenient. What you guys did in your marriage is you made things interesting. I don't even disagree with your first initial statement, the hot and heavy one of just come in and whisper, all the things in here. Why? Because you're actually saying, I'm going to knock down the wall and I'm going to make this special. If anything, at least you would remember this, right? Let's knock off the games. Let's, take away the safe and let's make this authentic and real. But in reality, when you have this commitment and you say, you know what, I'm going to play your game. If you're a woman, I'm going to make you wait. You're going to make me wait. Maybe we're going to do stuff in between. Maybe we won't. That's up between the couple. But
Let me stop.
It's going to be special.
Let me stop you right there. And I think you were about to jump in on it.
Yeah.
You make me wait. Is that?
Make me wait. Those things, okay, any guy that agrees to wait to something he doesn't agree to, she will not respect that man. And this has nothing to do with so much like, I am the authority, listen to me, I know everything. There's a certain point where you guys are congregating on the core values of wait till marriage. It's a communal agreement. And it's one that he leads. Now, that's kind of where, you start to hide behind your values. You use your values as a sword, not as the thing they're meant to be, which is something you connect to. Most people do weaponize that. They do weaponize the sex before marriage. And if you ask them their relationship with porn, it's chronic. And if you ask the women their relationship with flirting with men endlessly without even delivering on what they're flirting with, it's endless. So what you're creating is narcissists on the back end with unfulfilling sex because they're not showing up with what they really want to meet. They just found other ways to meet their needs in the sleaziest ways possible. So that's why I always argue, hey, get married young, get married quick, spend your whole life identifying what you connect to and challenge it at a young age. But instead, you have Common Core, high school, whatever the fuck that is. I went to homeschool. That's probably why I learned a few things. And most people are they're not directing their life towards those questions. There's a lot of adventure that is required in a discovery of just even who you want to be with on a base level. These values will be expanded throughout your whole life. The goal is to have sex, not glorify abstinence. And that's a difficult thing, especially in the religious systems, which is you have to be tough enough to go, 1 second, I'm horny, I don't like what you presented. Why not now? And I think that person brings peace and order.
Because society has changed from the time that those laws were made and those rules were made. And things that were evident at that time are no longer evident. In fact, some of them are even very strictly prohibited. So the things that were written because they were unevident at the time and needed to be communicated. Many of the things that remained unwritten just didn't need to be at that time. The relationship between men and women was very different in that day and age. And it was evident for them that the sexual relationships inside the family tended to be much more mutual than sometimes they're even portrayed to be now. So we have
Mutual?
yeah. So
Meaning the man and woman both enjoy it? Is that what you're saying?
meaning the expectation was there that a marriage was to have children.
Well, there's
That men
connection
did
and
not
chil-
fuck around. When they came in, they said, well, I'm going to put my job, I'm going to put my career, I'm going to put this and this and this far ahead of what the purpose of the family was. The purpose of the family was to have children. And that, in some ways, correlated with the needs of the woman for safety and stability because it was expected of them, but is also correlating with the needs of the men to have the sexual relationships and to leave a legacy.
If you like this clip, I know you're going to enjoy the full episode. You can watch it right here.